We look good? Alrighty. I want to know, so is that the first, that's not the first guy, is it? Yeah. We're streaming now? We're going? Welcome to the National Ninja League World Championships in Hartford, Connecticut. We're here for the Masters Division, Wave 2, Stage 1. Right now, we're about to have Jam Arash Vazi take his shot at the course. This is a very difficult course they've set up, but I'm sure we have some amazing athletes here in the Masters Division, and they will do a great job. Jam's just getting some last-minute instructions, and he's going to set off onto our swivel steps. These swivel steps are very slippery and take a lot of coordination. The blocks move and they tilt if they're not anchored to the ground, so they will tilt over. See Jam getting very creative, trying to do different strategies, and you really need to work this obstacle out in your head. It takes a lot of coordination. Going for a good stretch, nice. Hanging tight there, Jam. And he's completed the next left. He's got one swivel step left to go to. Excellent job. He's creating a bit of a rhythm now. And successfully completes a swivel step. Now he's onto the jigsaw rope swings. Excellent form. He's looking like he's got some good rhythm here. And beautifully done by Jam. Now he's on to our monstrous swing. This is a giant nunchuck lâché. We're looking at about 8 feet of airtime when he goes through this. So let's see what Jam can do. Nice body awareness in the air. Oh, and he comes off. Great run by Jam. Actually, that will actually put him up here. That's a very good run. This course is incredibly difficult, and he did an excellent job. Next up, we have Michelle Callan, and as you can see by her outfit, Michelle has come all the way from Leopold, Australia. She is known as Flippy, and she looks ready to go. She looks ready to go. They're just resetting the course. Now, apparently, in her spare time, Michelle likes collecting Harley Quinn merchandise, and who can blame her? And also, of course, she looks up to Jesse Gruff, but like, who doesn't? We are almost ready for her time to go. And the women here compete as the men do, exact same course. These are very talented athletes. And they might be, you know, they might be masters, but don't kid yourself. They're the real deal. Just about ready for her to run.
All right,
the course is reset, and soon Michelle will get her countdown. And here we go. She's come a long way. Let's hope Michelle can show us how this is done. Receiving some last-minute instructions. There we go. That is an incredibly slick obstacle. Excellent. She's onto the second wedge. Now we're going to the third. She's working. Now, as you can see, those swivels do not lock into place. They will swivel back to where they came from. Looking very good, looking very good. She's definitely muscling through this. Excellent, excellent. She's getting a bit of a rhythm. And she has completed the swivel steps. Way to go. She's not doing too bad for time now. She's onto the jigsaw. Excellent, making sure she's using her feet, saving her grip strength for the monstro swing. A little bit caught up there. Now she's gone back to that first rope so that she can get the second rope off. There we go. Now she should be able to build some swing up. Excellent, she's grabbed that last rope. And she is complete. She is clear on the jigsaw. Now onto the monstro swing. This monstro swing is a huge, let's say, an incredible challenge. The bars rotate, swivel in 2 different directions. It's very difficult. You need a lot of body awareness. It's down to 9 seconds. Needs to push to try to get the last obstacle in. 4 seconds. She needs to go for it. And that's the time. But that, again, is a very good run for this course. I know it seems only 2 obstacles, but this is an incredibly difficult course. We have had a lot of great people go out very early. So they're resetting the course here. While they reset, and like I said, all these difficult obstacles are brought and provided by DGS Ninja, creator of all the equipment used at Worlds. The creator of real-life ninja rigs. They sell all sorts of ninja equipment. Some of which will go to our top prize winners, and you can get them all at gymsupply.com. So next up, we got Scott Carrslaw. He's out of Pennsylvania. He is the Steel City Ninja. And he's also a Season 8 competitor and owner of Steel City Ninja. And like all dads, his inspiration comes from his son. I can definitely relate to that. Scott's looking ready. Course is reset. Receiving a few last-minute instructions from our official. And he's off. And he's come to realize just how slick that first wedge is. They are difficult. Excellent, excellent. He's recovered very well. Oh, and that's a tough break for Scott. And that's a tough break. And Scott is a magnificent athlete.
By some chance you see this, if somebody's out of order, you see name skipped, and I don't know about it, but you just kind of like, just tap me. And
Okay, yep.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to follow it.
Next up, we have Frederick Ruffin. And I really hope I did credit to that name because that was a mouthful. But she looks like an able-bodied ninja and she looks ready to go. And here we go. Frederick's about to run. She's got the time. She's done well. She's holding on to that first wedge. Got herself a little clearance from the ground. That's good. She's looking to use those long leg. Oh, and she steps down. Some competitors have tried that, the long leg reach, and if you do have the legs for it, you have the you can recover the distance, but unfortunately didn't work out for Frederick. We're up with Carolyne Lee now. Carolyne receiving her last minute instructions. And she's out of California from Apex NorCal Gym. Big fan of mountain biking and playing ice hockey, and that hits home with me as a Canadian boy. And she's off. We're very solid on that first jump. Nice, and there's that long leg stretch. If you have the flexibility, it's worked out well for her. She's looking very solid. Very focused. Ooh, 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 nice recovery, nice recovery. I'm trying to work this out, trying to develop a technique for this. If you've never been on these before, it takes a definite technique. and it's a little hard to figure. Nice reach. Oh, and Carolyne, unfortunately, as we said before, those wedges are not anchored to the ground, and they will topple, which unfortunately happened to Carolyne. Next up, we got Scott Hundley. Scott Hundley, they're resetting the course for him. Scott Hundley, my apologies, Hundley. He's out of Dallas, Texas, from Obstacle Warriors Dallas. And he's here to show us that CrossFitters can do Ninja too. And looks up to Grant McCartney. Well, you know, Grant McCartney, everybody looks up to him because he's everywhere, so you know what he's up to. Scott is just getting set, preparing, making sure the course is all ready. While we prep here, we'd like to thank NinjaWorks, creators of the timing systems and software that track the NNL competitions, and you can see them at ninjaworks.com. Scott's now receiving his last-minute instructions from our official, and he's ready to go. He's getting his countdown. And he's off. Nice. A very, very cautious first-step approach, but Scott's a very long guy. He can do this. He's looking like he's got a good technique going, but and he slipped off. And again, I've said it, and I will continue to say it. This is difficult. These are very slippery. They are like wedges of ice. Next up, we got Sherry Laruno. Sherry Laruno. I hope I did that right for you, Sherry. She's out of Fort Worth, Texas, and she's a flight test engineer. And she looks fit. She looks ready to go. Course is set. And she was receiving her last minute instructions. Countdown, and she's off. She is moving quickly. She's moving quickly. Let's see if that strategy works out for her. Again, on this one, she's slowed down a bit, working out, maybe going over the top. Oh! And that didn't work out for her. She looks okay, though, and that's what's important. She gave it her all, and she is okay. Next up, we have Brian Montanese out of California, in Stone Cold Ninja Fitness. Now, he's competed for Team Fox for Parkinson Research on behalf of his mom and 6 million others, and that's fantastic. And he is off. Brian looking good on the first one. Onto that second wedge, and very high on the wedge, looking great. Very smooth, making great time. Here he comes, needs to negotiate that last transfer. Looking like he's ready. Having trouble getting his balance here, his feet locked into position. This is the problem with these wedges. They swivel back around just when you thought you got them beat, they're turning on you. Going from the... And unfortunately, he dragged his foot there. That was a close call. I know the official hated to make that decision, but the rules are the rules. And it was a great effort by him. We have Phil Radarman up now. Phil Radarman's out of Kansas City from Apex Climbing Gym. He's receiving his last minute instructions. And he and his brother hold the world record for hosting / running an event for the fastest marathon ever. That's quite a claim. Here you go, he's receiving his countdown. And Phil is on the course. Ooh, he was very close on the first, but he held up, making it onto the second wedge. And looking to transfer to that third step. Looking very good so far. Phil's done a very good job of keeping his weight in his upper body and not having to trust the grip for your feet on that after. Onto the fourth step, and Phil is through the swivel steps, and he's quick to the ropes. He's gone right to the second rope and right to the fourth rope, and he looks like he is clean, looking very good with lots of time. Phil is making this look easy, and I assure you it is not. Phil is on to the first step of the Monstro swing. Seems to have a good spatial awareness. Getting a little bit sideways there. He's going to have to straighten that out. He's coming back around, and he goes for it, and tough break for Phil, but an excellent run. Phil definitely looked like he knew what he was doing out there. Now, just as an update, I'll tell you that nobody in the first wave of the Masters got past the Monstro swing. So these athletes are right on par with what happened in our first wave. This is just a tough course. Now, next up we have Keith Johnson while they reset the course. And Keith Johnson's from New Era Ninjas. He's a rock climber and is also a school teacher. Now, this is a bit of a home turf advantage here. He is from Connecticut. Keith is inspired by Drew Dreshold, and again, who isn't inspired by Drew Dreshold? He's absolutely amazing. Some of us might be upset at him today for making these very difficult courses, but we all love him, and obviously one of the most amazing ninjas in the world. He's receiving, Keith is receiving his last-minute instructions. Course is completely reset, and he's receiving the countdown. He's off. He's onto our first step. And he is finding out just how slippery and just how difficult these are. Excellent transition to the second. Keith trying to work out how he can get the step to swivel in the direction he needs. And keep in mind, while you're trying to get this step to swivel, you are doing everything you can to maintain your grip with your feet on these steps. I'm trying to work. He's got a good position now. He looks ready, and he's going for it. He's on to the third step, and good job there. Keith is looking good so far. Maybe spending a little too much time on here, but hey, he's just getting through. And he makes it to the fourth step, looking to have a final dismount. He's on the right side. Looks like he's trying to get some leverage, get up on top of that swivel. You can see him working it out in his head. It looks almost like he's ready to make that lunge. And a successful dismount. Well done, Keith. So Keith is low on time. He's down to 23 seconds, but he has got to get on this rope swing. He's on the jigsaw zone, and he's going right for the second one. He's going to try to go second to fourth, and then right off. We'll keep those feet up, Keith. Keep those feet up. Oh, his feet touched. They called him. Tough break for Keith. He fought really hard on that one. Next up, we should have Jonathan Turnin. Our live stream might not have caught up to that, but Jonathan's up. And unfortunately, we don't have any information here for Jonathan. But information or not, he is looking ready to go. He's receiving his final instructions, and our course is reset. He's getting his countdown. And he's off. Looking very steady on that first step. Excellent transition to the second. It has swiveled back on him, so he's going to have to try to bring it back around. Well done. Beautiful transition. Beautiful. Jonathan is looking really smooth here. And he's off now. One transition left, just the dismount. Excellent job for Jonathan. Now he's onto the jigsaw. Taking a little breather. He's got a little time. And he's got himself hung up in a bit of a situation here. He cannot let his feet touch back because you cannot reset. So he's going to grab his legs on that rope and get a little higher. Probably needs to go back and go to that first rope so that he can get the second one off. There it is, but that is always a big jar with that technique. Great job, Jonathan. Looked really good on the swivel steps. Next up, we should have Lee Buxbaum, who is obviously a fan favorite. And Lee is from Kinetic Ninja Warrior and is an avid Star Wars nerd, so we're told. Now they're resetting the course, and Lee is getting all psyched up and ready to go. Now, we will see if Lee can use the force to get himself through those swivel steps, because he's receiving his last-minute instructions. And they've signaled his countdown. Lee looking very nice and assertive on that first step, but already discovering the slippery. Trying a different technique, getting himself completely turned around. And he's okay, he's okay. Very close, but he was okay. Our officials are keeping a very close eye. They've been very diligent. Oh, it wasn't pretty, but he got there. And now he's moving. He is moving. Lee is muscling through this. And has successfully completed the swivel steps. Well done, Lee. It doesn't got to be pretty. It's just got to get done. And he's gone right from the second to the third. An excellent swing. Come back. Oh, and sadly, Lee dragged a foot there. He was looking so promising. Up now we have Katherine Bolster from New York. Kevin is a family ninja man. Both his wife and he compete, as well as his daughter. Trains at the Warrior Factory. And Kevin has taught kindergarten for 20 years. I myself have competed against Kevin and can tell you that he is a fantastic guy. And I'm not ashamed to say I'm going to be rooting for Kevin here. I'm hoping he does a great job. Seems like our course is ready. Seems Kevin's ready. He's getting some last-minute instructions. And his countdown is on. Kevin is off. Looking very good so far. Oh, tough break, and that is tough. Next up, we're going to have James Jackson. And James is at a Grips gym. He's a retired military inner-city educator, turned inner-city educator. You got to admire that. The man first serves his country, and now he's serving his community. That is an amazing man. And he is looking relaxed. All right, James is up from his nap and he's ready to go. He's receiving his last minute instructions and shortly will receive his countdown. And he's off. Beautifully onto the first step and transition to the second. Looking smooth, and that's how quick it happened. James looked incredibly smooth and quick for the first two, and it's just a little slip of the foot. That's all it takes. Next up, we have Carl Fantauzzo. And Carl, you may recognize from television.
Can you confirm that that was actually James that went up? Because my lady up at the front is... Here we go, here we go. Come here, breathe, Mom.
Before he actually left, and then we also have Kenneth who's not here. So James Jackson was the one who failed, and Carl is the next to go.
Get your workout in.
Right now, I'm showing.
Just having some small difficulties we're working out in the order here. So while we wait, just want to extend out thanks to the A1 Awards, A1Awards.com. They're developing a line of ninja trophies and medals, and the supplier of the NNL Rec League. They're one of America's biggest awards companies yet, and still has a personalized family-type service. So thank you to A1 Awards, and I have seen the trophy. It's a big trophy, and I'm not going to be getting it, sadly. But nonetheless, we want to thank all the sponsors and all the volunteers that come out and help here. This event is taking a ton of volunteers, and without them, it just couldn't happen. So the NNL wants to thank everyone who's pitching in and helping out, no matter how you're doing so. And just being part of the community, being part of this ninja community, it's welcoming, and everybody's out helping you. You hear everyone cheering for everyone here. So that last guy wasn't James Jackson? He was?
Last guy was James Jackson.
Okay, that's what it said. Okay, so now we got Carl Fantauzzo.
I'm just putting out, we had to make the wrong name before.
So just bear with us while we work out these little technical difficulties. Right now, our next runner is supposed to be Carl Fantauzzo. And Carl is out of the Warrior Factory. He is a 5-time ANW competitor and a national finalist in Season 8. Now, I've personally seen Carl in action quite a few times, and he can be very impressive.
No, Carl has not rushed.
We're hoping that today we get a great run out of him. This delay might not have the best effect on him, though, as he's getting loose and getting ready to go.
James Reno.
So even though I told you, no, I edited.
And Carl coaches out of that Warrior Factory in Rochester, New York. He does a great job with everybody. We are seeing a ton of representation of the Warrior Factory here. And as a person who has actually been out there and competed at the Warrior Factory, I can tell you it is a top-notch gym, and they do an excellent job. They run excellent competitions, and I happened to be at their last NNL competition, and it was incredibly well run with a great course setup. I was very impressed, and they treated all the ninjas very well. Again, just another example of being a really strong part of the community.
Start again? Okay. Carl is ready to go.
So it looks like we're almost ready to go. Carl is taking his place on the starting block, and of course is definitely reset. Carl having a great fan club here, as we said. Warrior Factory very well represented. receiving his last minute instructions. And Carl is ready. He's getting his countdown. And he's off. And Carl is, again, he's seeing, as we all have, just how slippery and how technically difficult it is. Making good time now. Just holding on to that third step. Using his core and his legs to get himself back into position. He's going for excellent jump to that fourth step, and he looks like he's going to go right off into the dismount. Excellent job by Carl. Carl's onto the ropes. And Carl has reached out and grabbed the second rope and anticipate he's going with the 2 to 4 rope technique. Big swing. He went. Oh, more big swing. Carl has got to get a hold of that rope. Nice little edge. Get that rope, Carl. He's got that fourth rope. He's got to get himself untwisted from there. Onto the dismount. Carl made that look a little scary, but he got it done, and he's good in time. Down to 1 minute left. Carl is taking a bit of a breather before he gets onto the monstro swing. I've seen Carl do some incredible laches. He is definitely up for this. Taking a big breath. He knows how important this obstacle is. If he completes this obstacle, that will put him in the lead in the Masters category. He's taking the one nunchuck approach. Nobody has tried this yet. Really counting on his spatial awareness. I'm not sure at this time if he's regretting that decision or not, but he is getting a good swing going. And no, it did not work out for him, but definite creativity, and you got to give Carl credit for his bravery, because that was being innovative. But I wager that Carl was quick to the point where that might put him right near the top of the leaderboard for the Masters division. Next up, we're going to have John Jensen. And John is out of Ninja Quest. Ninja Quest Ninja Corps from Georgia. And John has skydived from 30,000 feet, so I guarantee he is not afraid of this course. He's receiving his instructions. Officials are double checking that the course is set. Big deep breath. He's about to get his countdown, and he is. And he's off. Taking his time getting on that first step. And unfortunately, that second step got him in it. Tough break for John. We're going to go on to Mark Respass. Mark is representing Action Athletics. And he's a student at Farmington State and a small business owner. Mark looking a little tentative on our starting line here. But maybe he can transition those nerves into positive energy and just conquer this course. Course is reset, and Mark is receiving his instructions from the official. And his countdown is on. Mark is off and has held on. He had a bit of a slip there, going right to the second, wasting no time. Mark threw caution to the wind on that first step. Will he go on to the third? Nice step onto the third. Very good body control. And oh, going for that fourth step, he slips off. Next up, we have Dan Tariff. Dan is out of New Era Ninjas in Connecticut. He's the Black Dog Ninja. This is a big man. This is a 225-pound ninja. And he's showing us that you don't got to be a little guy to do this. The big man can come through. Wow. Let's have it, Dan. He just held on to that first one. That was very tight, but our official was right on it. Dan on to the second one, looking clean so far. There we go. He's getting it spinning in the right direction. Going for the third. Looking good, looking good. Right to the fourth, right to the fourth. And Dismount. He's completed the swivel steps. Way to go, Dan. And Dan here going to use all that upper body strength to hold onto those ropes and looking smooth. Beautifully done. Excellent time. Now this is going to be a lot of weight for Dan to hold on those nunchucks for the monstro swing, but he's definitely looking like a strong man and good grip strength. Let's see if the big man can fly. He's getting a good kip. He's keeping a nice even keel straight ahead. Oh! That looked like a very promising run, and Dan did really well. Next up, we're going Kenneth Berg. Kenneth Berg. Oh, might have a bit of a switch in the order here. Yep, we are going with Katherine Bolster. It's Katherine Bolster, as we saw Kevin Bolster run earlier. This is his wife, and again, another great part of the ninja community, sorry. Representing the Warrior Factory. And this is her first year. She's just gotten into this to be a part of her kids' interest, and that's very much hits home for me because that was the same reason I got into it. And ninja is definitely for the whole family. Katherine is receiving her last minute instructions, but Katherine is also a great athlete, and she has the ability to do very well on this course. Her girls are her inspiration, and she's doing this one for her girls. Looking excellent on that first step, and it's just that easy. Tough break for Katherine, but I know she's glad to be here and is having a fantastic time. Next up, we have another Ninja Quest athlete, Glen Davis out of Atlanta, Georgia.
These were burning. I have one in a backup, and we're changing it out every like 2 or 3 minutes.
Glen actually has the ability to ride his skateboard on his hands, so I'm going to assume that Glen is definitely a strong athlete and has what it takes to make it through this course. So Glen's receiving his instructions. Our course is reset. Countdown's on. He's off. He had a good grip on that first step and onto the second one, nice and clean. Third, moving very quickly. Glen onto the fourth at a great pace and right to the dismount, super clean. Glen being cerebral about this. Going from 1 to 3 on the ropes, nobody has done that yet. Back to the fourth one and looking at that clean dismount. Glen is doing great with time. He's onto the monstro swing, giving himself just a little prep here. Now, on this course, our ninjas are not allowed chalk, so they were doing this with no chalk on their hands. And Glen is looking perfect spatial awareness in the air. Looks ready to go for it. Oh! I think everybody in this room thought Glen had that, and he looked really good. But that just shows, without the chalk and how slippery those nunchucks are on that monstro swing. Next up, we have Peyton Schreiber. Peyton's is from Action Athletics and is a mom of 3. She's a full-time personal trainer, and she loves to kick people's butts. So hopefully she can kick this course's butt because we want to get some finishers. We definitely want to see somebody complete that monstro swing. And just limbering up, receiving her final instructions. The course is reset. Peyton's is limbering up, my apologies. Countdown is on. She's onto that first step. Got her upper body over top, keeping the weight out of her feet, not taking chances of slipping off. Getting ready, going for that second one, and she's got it. Getting ready for her third step. around. She's getting herself so that she's facing the other direction. And unsure of her technique, going back to the other one. You can see the frustration and just how difficult it is. It's in a good position, going for it, and slipped off the edge. Great job by Peyton. Moving on to Garth Law. And Garth is out of the ninja shed, and he is the fat ninja. I disagree. I think he's looking pretty svelte there and ready to go, but hey, he can call himself what he likes. Now he is taking a good amount of time wiping off the bottom of his shoes, and that will really help him. If you have any dust on the bottom of your shoes when you get onto those swivel steps, it'll catch up to you. So doing a good job making sure he's wiped them off. His countdown is on. He's on to step one. Looking good and lined up right to step two, and he's got a good reach with his legs. Hesitated a little bit there. Now he's working to swivel it back around. Garth really working hard on this, really working hard, taking a little bit of time. Switching his direction on his body so that maybe he can do the 2 foot. There we go. Trying to do the arm swivel. Now he's taking himself a little break here by sitting up on top. There we go. Now he's going to go for it. And he has made it. Excellent job. Now he's got a bit of a different technique now. If he does that, sit up on it again. Doing that swim technique. It may look a little unusual, but it did work for him on the third step. Now he's trying to line up for that fourth jump, or for the fourth step. There you go. Now he's getting lined up. He's going for it, and he made it. Now, going for the dismount. He's in position, and he makes it. An excellent job. Full body dive. It's taking a lot of time, though. He's got 36 seconds left, so he needs to try to hurry through this rope, and he's doing it. He's going to try to go right from 2 to 4. Excellent swing. He's got up high. He's grabbed number 4, using his legs. He's got 23 seconds left. A little caught up on both, but he's going to try to release that fourth one. And I believe he's got a nice technique here. Just enough time to finish, but he needs to get swinging. He needs to swing, and he's across. 8 seconds, 8 seconds. He's got to go. He's just got to go for it. No time. He's got to go on this one. And that'll cut. Excellent run. Brian Santor is our next ninja running. What's up? Everything okay? Oh, all right. Brian is getting himself psyched up. He's another new era ninja out of Connecticut. And this is the Adirondack Ninja. Now, just prior to Brian's 60th birthday, he finally completed a one-arm pull-up for his 60th birthday, and his countdown is on. Age knows no bounds with this man. He is cruising. Getting the swivel back around. He's onto that fourth step. A solid dismount, and he's through the swivel steps in good time. And he is up onto the first rope now. He's going to do this looking like he's lost that rope, but he's got enough swing that he should be able to grab it. Excellent. He's recovered. Reach that fourth. He's riding really low. He's still in good shape, though. He's going to bring himself up higher. He's got lots of time. Now he's let go of that fourth rope, so hopefully he can re-grab it. Lying out almost completely horizontally to get. Now he's got that first rope. He's going to build himself up some swing again. And he's got it. He's right to that fourth one now. He's going for it. Beautiful. Way to recover. Brian's going to shake out his hands. He's got 33 seconds now. Oh, and Brian unable to hang on to the first swing of the monster swing. And he probably burned out a lot of grip strength swinging from the rope for that amount of time. Next up we have Susan Himka. And Susan's out of Colorado from Ninja Intensity. And she's the ninja granny. Well, she don't look like my granny, I guarantee that. She has won Masters OCR World Championship 15K, completing all 100 obstacles. That was in London, England this year, and I can personally attest that was one of the most difficult OCR courses going. And if she won her division, that means she is an amazing athlete. Course is reset. Susan looks incredibly focused. And you keep in mind, people, to complete 100 obstacles over 15K without a failure, that is amazing. Receiving her last minute instructions. Susan is ready. Countdown is on. She's off, looking great on that first wedge. Second one right to it. Third one cruising right along. She's okay. The official's saying she's still good. Had a bit of a close call there. Oh! Susan definitely doing well. Next up we have Melissa Hough. Melissa's out of Woodstock, Georgia, Ninja Quest Fitness. And she is the tiny warrior. And she looks like a warrior. She looks intense and ready to go, and she is definitely fit. All of the athletes that compete in this Masters division have to be fit. Her countdown is on. She's received her instructions. And Melissa's off. Very solid on that first step. Trying to work. Just feeling the frustration of that step. She needs to stay composed. She's now worked it around. She's getting ready to go. And it's swiveled back on her. She is struggling, but she is a fighter. She keeps struggling with it. Every time she's ready to jump, it swivels back on her. These are so tricky. Just fighting and fighting. You have to admire Melissa's determination. She is not giving up. This just goes to show you that this sport is not just physical, it is mental. She's decided to switch around in the other direction. Maybe go to that swimmer technique. There it is, breaking out the swimmer technique. She's down to 19 seconds. Using her leg, she is throwing everything she can at this. Five seconds, come on, Melissa. And that does it. Oh, she fought hard. Next up, we have Donald Lewis out of Florida. And Donald is married with 6 children, so he's got to be tough. Receiving his last minute instructions. He's looking light, looking ready to go. Countdown is on. On to the first step, looking good. Looking very good transition to the second. And to the third. Doing that swimmer technique. Trying to get it aligned. And he is going for it, staying high, and he touched the ground. He touched the ground. That's a tough break. He was looking pretty good on that one. Next up, we have Wayne Saville. Or Wayne Seville, sorry. Wayne's out of New Jersey from the Movement Laboratory. And again, another family man. He loves the fact that he can do this with his kids. He's receiving his last minute instructions. Wayne is ready to go. He's on to that first step. He managed to hold on. That was close. Really working out how to get on top of it. Still struggling with the transition there, trying to get it lined up so that he may move to that second step. He's looking lined up now. Is he prepared to go for it? And he goes. And he has held on. He's held on. Great job by Wayne there. Taking a lot of time, but he's still there. Really, really fighting hard here. He's struggling to find grip with his feet. Taking a little weight off, and now he looks lined up. And he's gone to the third, but he's come off. Tough break for Wayne. For Megan Deborah. Meg is from Ultimate Ninjas in Naperville. She's the co-owner of Little Beast Ninjas, bringing ninja classes into preschool. That is fantastic. Start the kids young. That's what we want. She's receiving her instructions. Maybe looking a little nervous, but definitely happy to be here. Countdown is on. She is looking light and fast, moving quickly. And she had a slip of the foot there. And that's what they say sometimes, speed kills. This is Joy Moore. Joy's out of New Jersey from the Movement Lab as well. He's the Mambo Ninja. And she used to teach platform and salsa dancing. And she's a mom of 3. She's receiving her instructions. She looks ready to go. Very focused. And she's off. Looking very good through those first 2 steps. Lined up well, third. Lining up for that 4th step. Struggling a little bit to get it lined up. Really working hard, really working hard. Joy's still struggling. She's going to try the seated approach, maybe go to that swimmer technique that we've seen a few people use. There it is, there it is. She seems more amused by effect than affected with it, but she's trying. A little hip movement. It's definitely a frustrating position. She is working hard. There it goes. She's getting it going. This will definitely be in the next Mambo dance class, this move, for sure. And she's made it clean to that 4-step. She worked a long time, but she got it. And a clean dismount. Beautiful. Onto that first rope. She's down to 16 seconds. She may have to take a risk. 10 seconds, going for it. Oh, she's, the official's still saying she's still in it. Down to 2 seconds. Excellent work by Joy Moore. She really fought hard on that one. Dennis Lappin will be our next competitor. Dennis is the Michigan Fire Ninja. The chief and full-time fire department out of Michigan. Milford, Michigan, he is ready to go. The Michigan Fire Ninja is ready to blaze through this course. Course is reset. It's receiving his instructions. He's off. Onto that first step, getting up high on it, to the second, and hanging on tight. Really, really gripping hard with that upper body. And trying to work out to get it around. Onto the third. Almost tipping over the whole set, but he makes it. Oh, what a save there, the one-legged save. Getting ready, trying to line up for that dismount. Excellent job. Dennis looking very good. Fought really hard there. On to the jigsaw. Going straight. Looking like a very solid technique. And crushing that one. Here we go. This is the moment of truth. Can he slay the Monstro swing? Getting those hands nice and dry. Resting up. He knows that this is the pivotal obstacle. If you get by this obstacle, you are golden. Looking very good with his spatial awareness, keeping nice and in line. Going for it. Oh, and he had both hands on. Excellent run. What a great job by Dennis. Up next, we got Chris Schultz. And Chris is out of Grove City, Ohio Movement Lab. Representing the Movement Lab, he is the Electric Ninja. Now, Chris has had a metal rod inserted in his right femur since his early 20s. Chris has come back from such a thing and become a ninja, and that's the one thing about ninja. You can come back from injuries at any time. You can get into this sport at any time. You don't have to be a kid. You don't have to be a superstar athlete. You could come out here and you learn these techniques and you will be awesome. Going through in his head, you can see him walking through in his head the steps of the course, where he wants to be, when he wants to be there. And you know if he's out of the Movement Lab, he is getting some incredible instruction. Receiving his instructions. Countdown's on. He's looking good. Gets on that first step. It's lined up well. Getting ready to go for the second. He's lost a bit of the lineup. Working to get it back. It's very tough to even out the lean with your lean and put your weight in your grip and put your weight in your feet, and at the same time control the swivel of these steps. And he's gone. The second one looking great. Good transition. Took him a little time, but he looked very smooth. Onto the third, and oh, he slipped off the third. Great job by Chris. Up we have Antonio Morales out of Brookfield, Connecticut. And his home gym is fit by Morales, and Morales is fit. It says he will do almost anything for a laugh, and let's hope that at the end of this course, he is laughing and smiling, because we need a finisher. He's receiving some instructions. The course is reset. Just preparing for his countdown. Countdown is on. He's clear to go. Onto the first step. Looking solid. Nice transition to the second. Moving quickly and moving well. Antonio making it look easy. Looks like he's going right for the second rope on the jigsaw. And this could be a mistake. He might not. Oh, he is. Sadly, that one just caught him. Tough break for Antonio. He looked so good on that first obstacle. Up next, we have Joseph Sinatra. Joseph's out of Jamestown, New York, the Warrior Factory. I've seen Joseph in competition. He is great. He started ninja at the age of 51. He is the father-daughter ninja. And he definitely looks up to Big C and trains with Big C. So I think that we're going to have a good run out of Joe here. He's receiving his instructions. And again, keep in mind there, Joseph started at 51, and here he is at the World Championship for Masters. And he's off. Onto the first step. Onto the second. He is moving incredibly fast. This is not his first rodeo. Stalling a little bit on the last one, looking for the dismount. And there it is. Joseph's looking great. Excellent time. He's going right to that second rope. Has it lined up. And you're going to see Joseph's fly through this. Beautifully done. 124 left. He is on fire. Now, taking a little break, making sure his hands are dry. Joseph is capable of making this. He's lined up well. Oh, he's gone a little to the side now. He's going to recover. Going for it. Oh, tough break for Joseph. Great run. Inspiring athlete is Joseph. Next up, we have Jimmy Choi. Jimmy Choi out of Ultimate Ninjas, the Fox Ninja. He doesn't let Parkinson be an excuse for him. We have all seen Jimmy. He is a fantastic athlete and definitely a fan favorite. Everybody roots for Jimmy. They're resetting their course. Now, we've seen Jimmy on A&W. He is an excellent competitor. And Jimmy's got the capability to get through this course. Doing a great job making sure those shoes have no dust on the bottom. It doesn't take much. The little bit of dust on the bottom of your shoes can cause you to slip off these steps. Course is prepped and ready to go. Jimmy running through in his mind. You can see him working it out step by step in his mind, where he wants to be, when he wants to be there. plan the work and work the plan. Jimmy's receiving his last second instructions. And he's ready to kill it. Countdown's on. Jimmy onto the first step, quickly moving to the second, onto the third. Look at him go. A little hung up here. It's good awareness, good core movement. Onto the fourth. Right to the dismount. Jimmy Choi looking fantastic, making good time. Lining up his rope, going right for that second rope. Good high swing, grabs that fourth rope. It's going right for the mat. Oh, he's gonna fight it. He's gonna get those feet on there and use that core strength. There it is, Jimmy Choi looking fantastic. Jimmy going for the monstro swing. Everyone in this building wants Jimmy to make this swing. This is a big lâché, but Jimmy has the ability to do this. Looking good. Straight on in line. Oh, just out of Jimmy's reach. Oh, you can see what an inspiration Jimmy is to the community. Excellent run, Jimmy. Coming up, we got Shay Damon. Shay Damon's out of Columbus, Ohio. Another Movement Lab gym. Another Movement Lab participant. She's the night shift ninja. She's a nurse at night, gymnastic and track coach by the day. So we know that this woman has the energy to get through this course if she can pull off those jobs. She's got the energy, she's got the instruction, and she's working through in her head. And most importantly, she's got a smile on her face. Receiving her instructions. Countdown is on. Shay is ready. Oh, and Shay needs to shake that off because that has happened to a lot of people today. Those steps are so slippery. Next, we're looking for Todd Mitchell. Todd's on the starting block. Todd trains at home, and he is the Iceman. Well, let's see if he is. He's 46 and is becoming a rookie professional firefighter, so good for him. 46 years old, taking on Ninja, taking on a career as a firefighter, getting his countdown, and he's off. Todd looking solid. Smooth, solid, and fast. That might have been the best run we've seen through those swivel steps with tons of time left. Going right to that second rope. See, he's going to go straight to the fourth. Smooth again, nice backswing. Get a little lower, and beautiful, beautiful. He is looking so well. Todd lining up the dreaded monstro swing. Nobody has conquered the monstro swing today. But Todd's got a great shot, and he is just shaking his hands out, making sure he's ready, drying him off. Being very smart. This is the pivotal point. Really, really relaxing. You're really getting back into it. He's down to under a minute to go. But and he couldn't quite get a good grip to start. That lâché is so intimidating, it can get in your head, and it's so difficult. Up next, we have Kelly Loofborough. Kelly's out of Chattingham, New Jersey. Her home gym is Center Court. Kelly's been to all 50 states and 24 countries. She's looking ready to conquer this course. You definitely see her thinking this through. Maybe a bit of nervous energy. Getting limber, there we go. Receiving her instructions. And here comes the countdown. Let's go, Kelly. Looking very smooth onto the first step. Struggling a bit to get that lined up. She's got it lined up now. Can she keep it there? Nope, she's lost it. She's going to fight it back to where it belongs. She is pushing. You can see her working hard. She's keeping all her weight in her upper body here. Now, sometimes makes it a little more difficult to get that to swivel to where you want it. But it does stop your feet from slipping off the edge, so it's a safety thing. She's ready, and she's going, and she slipped off the second one. Tough break for Kelly. Up next, we got Bev Smoggy. I'm not sure if I done that right. Said that right, but I apologize if I did. She's from North Andover. She's Jimja Warrior. Now, Beverly here is a grandmother of 6. And to no surprise, looks up to Darya Beard. And who doesn't? She's looking ready to go. Here comes her countdown. And she's off. And she slipped off the front. It happens. It is an accomplishment just to be here. There's no doubt about that. Next up, we have Amy Lillis. Amy's out of Bloomfield, Connecticut. A real-life ninja. She has run 2 marathons, and I can tell by her shirt she is also a finisher of the North American OCR Championships 3-kilometer obstacle course race. She's receiving her last-minute instructions. Maybe looking a little tentative, but definitely ready to give it her best. Amy's onto that first one. She is secure. She's got it in a good position. Now it's rotated back again. She's doing the swimmer and very effectively. Really used those hips well. Tentative. She's going, and oh, I thought she had it. She was so close. Excellent job, Amy. Next up, we got Mark Schneider. Mark's out in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and to no surprise is the Mohawk Ninja. He is getting psyched up. Now, he's a single father who works 3 jobs and still finds time to train and compete in Ninja. Mark is looking very intense and ready to go, and very stylish with the Mohawk. Slight delay. And now Mark's going to get his pre-run instructions. Countdown's on. And he's off. Looking good on that first, swiveled right into place. Hesitated a little, and now it's swung back. Fighting with that core strength. Onto the second, looking good. Good save, good save. Trying to swing it back around. Looks like he's getting ready to go for that third, but she swung back on him again. This can be very, very frustrating. You need to maintain your cool. There it is. He's going for it, and he's got it. He's on the third. He's in position. Does he go right for it? Right to the fourth. Excellent job. He saved it. All he needs to do is get the dismount. And he's done it. The Mohawk Ninja has conquered the swivel steps. He's onto the ropes. Got a little bit of time. Looks like he's going to go with the... There we go. The number 2 to the number 4 technique. You can actually make the full swing on this rope. Oh, he didn't get high enough on it. Tough break for Mark. Good run. Next up, we have Michael McPherson. Michael McPherson's out of Meridian, Connecticut, and a new Aries Ninjas. We're just resetting our course here. Michael has been sober for 23 years. In his rec league, he's first in Masters in Northeast. Perfect 4 for 4 completes. He is the cat. And this cat's ready. Receiving his last pre-run instructions. Let's see if his success in his rec league can transfer here. Little course issue here, we're just getting it worked out. Our team of volunteers has it all set. Right back into position. Just last minute setup here. Well, the cat is ready to go. I'd like to shout out to the Social Learning Center. The sociallearningcenter.org is a small mental health practice specializing in working with children, adolescents, and adults struggling from anxiety, depression, executive function deficits, and or other social learning challenges. I'd like to thank them for their support and for the great work that they do. Just a minor delay here, ensuring that the course is set properly. We're getting the okay now. At least we think we are. Yeah, it looks right. It looks right now, though. Yeah, oh, no. He was. Someone caught it. That was good, but.
Thanks, guys. Stop looking at my butt. You live?
No. I shut it off. What are you looking for?
I don't know. Did you guys see anything?
No.
On the swivel steps?
So you can see it. This is the one, right? This is the one in question. He's looking for the rope. His butt's in his thing.
What was the problem?
I want to see if he undoes it there. I just want to see. And he
No,
undoes it
he,
again.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. Thank you.
Yep, you bet.
Just had a small video replay issue to take care of. Everything seems in order now. And Michael, sadly, has had to put up with this delay. He is trying to maintain his focus. And that can be difficult to do sometimes. When you're ready to go, sometimes these little hiccups can throw off your concentration. But he seems to be getting it together. He's getting his instructions. They're just explaining why the delay. Go. Countdown is on. Michael is making quick work of these swivel steps. Look at him go. And he is like a cat, very agile. Excellent time. Again, he's going for the big swing. He's gotten nice and high. He's grabbed that fourth rope. And right on there. He is making this look so easy. But now the dreaded Monstro swing, which has caught so many. And again, Michael taking his time, lining it up. He's got a nice even grip and a good swing going. Very high kip. Let's see. A little, just that little bobble on the backswing caused him to lose his alignment and probably cost him the grab on there. Great run, Michael, though, super fast. Next up, we got Lawrence Youst. Lawrence is out of Dallas, Texas, from Jim Soar United. And again, another ninja dad. There's so many great ninja moms and dads here. Competing, not competing, it doesn't matter. Great ninja parents, and everybody's showing support for everybody else. Lawrence really mapping out the course in the head. Course seems reset. Lawrence getting some last-minute encouragement from the cat. You can never tell in this sport. You cannot judge a book by its cover in this sport. This is just some amazing athletes because so much relies on technique. When you first watch this, you think strength, 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 speed, all that. There is so much technique involved that you can compensate if maybe you're not the strongest, if maybe you're not the fastest. You just have to learn the proper skills. Lawrence receiving his instructions, getting nice and loose. Looking prepped, looking ready to go. Here we go. Countdown is on. It's on to the first and down. And that's how it happens. We have seen it happen left, right, and center today. Skilled ninjas just slipping off. Next up, we have Ann Priestman. And that can be very nerve-wracking when you see someone talented before you have that happen. And then you've got to follow. But I got a feeling Ann can overcome. She's out of TA Fitness. She never worked out until 5 years ago, and now she is obsessed. Countdown is on for Ann. And here she goes. She's onto that first step. Looking to use that. Oh, I think she's going to set up for that swimmer technique. There it is. Look at the hips. Using the hips and the arms. That's what it's all about. Lined up again, and there she goes. She has held on. Good job. Oh, and going quickly now. Working. And this is what all that time in the gym has paid off. Back on top, looking to go back to that swimmer technique. And understandably, you feel foolish doing this swimmer technique, but it works. There she is onto that fourth. She has held on. What a great job, Ann. Swimmer technique. Little crossed up. There she goes. Use those hips. Lining it up. And dismount. She's nailed it. Well done, Ann. Look at that smile on her face. She is having a blast. Now, she's going to go on to the first one and get that second one loose. Very good. She's got a great technique going here. Little crossed up in the arms. Moving right to the second one. Using her feet. Very smart. Saving it. Maybe needs a little more backswing. Grab that first one again and get some backswing. That's it. Nice and low. There's the swing she needs. Beautifully done. Releases it from the cradle. Now she needs to get her legs on there. And she has done it. That will catapult her right to the top of the Women's Masters leaderboard. She has 11 seconds left to give the Monstro swing a try. Just jump on there and get it, Ann. Go for it. Go for it. Caution to the wind. Excellent run by Ann. Next up, we have Chad Kroller.
Very good at this.
Chad's out of Columbus, Ohio, another Movement Lab member. He's a husband and father of 3, and he's battling Suzak syndrome. I really hope I've said that right. It's an rare autoimmune disease, and he's just showing that you can fight through anything. You can be a competitor no matter what. Hard work and a good mindset can take you so far, and you can see just by the way Chad looks at the starting line that he is a focused individual and he is a fighter. A little difficulty restarting the course and putting that great run, so I'm going to put everything back where it was. And she used every rope on that jigsaw. Seems to have almost everything in position now. They're just double checking the swivel steps. Excuse me. I hit the button. No, I did it right. I coughed right. Chad is just about ready to go. Shaking the arms out, getting some instruction. Chad looking very focused. Wiping that last second dust off the shoes. Countdown on. Let's see what you got, Chad. Onto that first step, looking very light and nimble. Smooth and clean. Oh, and that's it. How quickly you can go from smooth and clean with one slip of the foot and down you go. Tough break, Chad. On to Colin Horrible. Colin out of Detroit. All right. Grosse Pointe Woods goes to Grips Gym. I've seen Colin in action before, and he has some skill. And Colin has also ran 25 OCRs in 2018. 25 OCRs plus his ninja competitions. This is a busy, busy man. And make no mistake, if you're running 25 OCRs, you are in shape. He's looking focused, maybe a little nervous energy. His countdown's on. Oh, he had a little bit of a slip there, but he held, and there it is. That's a tough break. Colin is a great athlete. That's a tough pill to swallow. Good job, Colin. We're on to Matt Janicki. Matt, if I did that wrong, I apologize, but here's hoping. Matt trains at the Edge in Michigan, and he seriously wishes A&W started 30 years ago, and I think we all do. Because clearly, all of us masters, if A&W started 30 years ago, would be way better than all the pros right now. There's no doubt about it. Well, maybe a little doubt about it. But definitely has become a great sport. And as a ninja dad, I can tell you, I wish it was around for a long time before. Matt's up, got his countdown. On to the first one. Excellent job. Looking smooth so far. Really keeping his eye on the target. And often that's very important. Just keep an eye on where you want to go. Struggling here. Gonna get it re-lined up again. There you go. He's in the right direction. He's going for it. Keeps it up, looking for that final dismount. And he's conquered the swivel steps. Well done, Matt. Here he goes, right to that second rope. Great swing. Grabs the fourth clean, pulls back swing, and makes it look easy. On to the monstrous swing. And right at it, no hesitation from Matt. He's looking very stable. Getting a little twisted, going for it. Oh! He had that. The worst part is not only is that an incredibly difficult obstacle, but those nunchucks are slippery. Is it too much to ask for a little sandpaper on them? I mean, come on, guys. Give us a break. Excellent run. That was fast by Matt. Well done. Greg Fleming's up now. And thank you, Greg Fleming, for having a very easy name to say. I'm really happy about that. He's out of Wilmington. he is ready to go. Just resetting the course after that awesome run. Definitely was the closest competitor we've had today to getting through that monstro swing. For those of you wondering, there has been the same action on the pros and throughout the entire competition. This course is difficult. These Masters athletes are doing a fantastic job. Matt's receiving his instructions. Greg is ready to go. Countdown's on. And he's off. Onto the first step, really trying to move fast, and speed kills. Tough break for Greg there. He really looked like he wanted to put in a good time. Now we're going to Scott Walberry. Scott Walberry is out of Ohio, another Movement Lab member. And he is a health teacher. So that means he's teaching kids how babies are made. His words, not mine. He's getting his instructions. He is ready to go. Excellent job on that first one, looking smooth. Quickly to the second, lining up that third. Hold on, hold on, hold on. He kept that foot up. Ah, what a great save by Scott. Now it has curtailed his momentum a bit, and he is really working that. Really pulled that whole thing over. There you go. He's almost lined up. And he's lost again. Looks like he might be entertaining going to that swimmer technique. Nope, but he's turned that way. There you go. He's gone onto the fourth. Looking great now. See if he's going to do that same spin the other way. Yes, excellent dismount. Using a counter spin method with his dismounts. Releasing the second rope. So keeping those feet up just high enough. Not quite getting that fourth rope. Really tucking up tight. Watching the foot. Keep that foot up. Keep that foot up. Oh! Tough break for Scott. Time for Matthew Tortorillo. Matthew's out of Springfield, Mass. And he is the flippin' landlord ninja. He started a company 10 years ago and has helped renovate over 600 homes. He is looking ready to go. He's looking lighthearted. We're just finishing lining up the course. Matt's making sure those hands are nice and dry. About to receive his instructions from our official. Countdown, and he's off. Onto that first step, looking good, a little low, but managed to recover. Going to the third, looking fast, looking clean. Right to the fourth. Look at that dismount, what a run. Smoking through the swivel steps, releasing that second rope. Right to the fourth, good grab. Maybe not enough backswing. Pushes off the landing platform. And makes it clean. 124 left, tons of time. Giving his hands a little shake out, making sure they're dry. The monstro swing. This thing has literally been a monster. It's eating everyone up. And another one bites the dust. Matthew, tough job. He was looking so good, so smooth. Up next, we got Mandy Ravel, and I've seen Mandy in action at the Warrior Factory. Another great ninja. I said she's from Rochester, New York. And she's a full-time with mom of 2 and an aerial skills instructor. So if Mandy can make it to that monstro, she might have a shot with those aerial skills. Resetting the course.
Ninjas, if you are not running in this wave, you cannot be back here in the ninja area. All ninjas who are not in this wave, please be in the spectator area. Thank you.
Mandy's going to receive her instructions. Mandy's not only just a great ninja, but is a fantastic person. Another great member of the community. And she's another case of you can't judge a book by its cover, because she is very talented. Countdown is on. On to that first step, right to the second, to the third, fourth, and a dismount. And I can call him because I told you she is an athlete. Now here's maybe some of her aerial skills will come into play here. Getting that second rope, lining up, taking her time. Right for it. Look at that high on the rope, right to the fourth. Oh, she's low, but she recovers. Mandy is looking fantastic. Now we wanted it, and now we see it. Mandy is on to the monstrous swing. She definitely has the aerial skills. Can she have the grip strength to hold on to those slippery nunchucks? Getting ready, taking a good break. And no, the grips get her. Those are slick. But that was a great run for Mandy. She definitely put the pressure on. Sandy Sanders coming up. And Sandy will have the pressure after a good run like that. She's on a Have de Grace, Kinetic Ninja Warrior. She says the ninja competitions make her want to throw up, but it's fun. I'm not sure that I agree with Mandy's idea of fun, but I do agree that the ninja's fun. So hopefully she keeps her stomach together and puts together a great run. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, thank you. Oh, okay. Sandy has the countdown on, and she's ready to go. She's off to the first step, and she's got a grip right into position. Being a little tentative, she had it lined up, but it's so hard to have the confidence. And a nice step. Way to save it, Sandy. Sandy looking good. Lining up that third one, maybe doesn't have it twisted enough. She's got to bring it around. Looking like she might go to that swimmer hip technique. There it is, breaking out the swimmer. No water wings needed. Onto that third step and swiveled right into position. Well, Sandy lost again, but she's gonna go back to that technique again. Really gotta use your hips as well as your arms on that technique. And looking great, what a move. One more to dismount, Sandy, one more to dismount. There's the swimmer, Oh, and just knee touched. What a great effort by Sandy Sanders. Next up, we have Mark Wood. Mark is out of Webster, New York, another Warrior Factory ninja, proudly blazing the colors. Mark is an ultra runner and has competed in several 50-mile mountain runs, so you know that Mark is in tip-top shape. And I know that Mark is also another family ninja, with Aiden and Ariana Wood, all competing. He's looking a little tentative, but I know that he's got experience and he can get this done. He has the skills. course appears to be reset. Just checking the time. Remember, all of these ninja gyms, New Era, Apex, Real Life Academy, Movement Lab, Warrior Factory, they are all worth the drive. Even if you got to go for quite a long haul, go check them out. They are worth it. Countdown is on. Markwood onto that first one. His feet were low, but he did pull through. Here he goes, really, really working on trying to get that swivel down. There you go. He's got her into position, goes right to that second one. Good position onto the third, right to the fourth. There he goes. And dismount beautifully. Markwood just looked like he's getting warmed up. Second rope swinging straight to the fourth. Nice backswing and dismounting beautifully. Lots of time. 122 onto the Monstro swing. Shaking out those hands, making sure that he's ready to go. Onto the first apparatus. Really low, getting a little crazy. Let's see if he can recover. He's got a good kip, and once he gets spinning like that, it's really hard to recover. But great run from Mark. Excellent job. Got Clint Sereno coming up next. And Clint is a very, very skilled competitor. He's out of Columbus, New Jersey. Another Movement Lab competitor. He is the Smiling Ninja. And Clint's a brain tumor survivor who is deaf on the right ear due to surgery, but he's still a two-time A&W competitor. He is looking light. He's looking ready to go. It just goes to show experience is so much when you're on that starting line. Getting his instructions from our official. There he goes. Countdown's on. On to the first. Looking a little low on that swivel. There. On to the second one. Doing a very compact technique, staying really low, putting a lot of faith in the grip on his shoes. You ready? He's maybe going to do that counterclockwise. There you go. You can see him trying to work it out in his head. There he goes. He's got it lined up onto the third. Quick swivel. Missed the opportunity to go right away. Now he seems like he's getting a lot of weight in his hands there. He's getting it lined up. Swivel back around. This is tough. You can see by his face just out there. Onto the fourth, and he hangs on. And Clint with a beautiful dismount. Onto the jigsaw.
Every other course is having the same problem. Nobody's getting past.
We got the second rope. Looks smooth as can be. Grabs the fourth. Nice backswing and dismounts beautifully. Now on to Monstro. Here we go. Clint is the type of ninja that has the ability to get through this obstacle. It just needs to put it all together. He's got a good grip, nice and high on the nunchucks. Getting a little to the left. Trying to straighten it out. And comes up short. Good run by Clint. Scott Morrison, who apparently has a large cheering section. It's another kinetic ninja warrior. And he is the kinetic ninja. And Scott has built a 100 obstacle course, or built 100 obstacles at Connect. He is responsible for the construction of all the obstacles there. And if he builds them, rest assured, he understands them and he can perform on them. Scott's receiving some instructions. Countdown is on. Attack that first swivel step. Right at it, swiveled right into position. Oh, and a tough break for Scott. Again, a super skilled ninja taken out right on that obstacle. Next we have Aaron Judrusik. Aaron's representing Iron Ninja out of South Lyon, Michigan. And again, Erin is another athlete I've seen in action. She's definitely a competitive ninja, and she has the skills to get through this. And you can see with that experience, there is no nerves on the line. Countdown's on. On to that first step. She had a really good save there. Nearly looked like her feet touched, but then she dropped to her knees onto the wedge. Managed to lift those feet up, keep them from touching the ground. But now she's fighting with the swivel. On to number 2. Swiveled right into place. Whoop. On to the third one. And on to the fourth. Looking smooth and clean now. Dismount. Oh! Thank you. She was looking good there. It just came up a little short. Up next we have Renetta Pompony. She's out of Sudbury, Mass. From Action Athletics. Renetta is a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo. Let's see if that martial arts flexibility can help her on these swivel steps. Receiving her instructions. Countdown is on. Let's see what Renetta's got. Onto that first step, and down she goes. Tough break, Renetta, but still got a smile on her face. Now Paula Morrison's coming up. And we saw Paula's husband go earlier. And she is the ninja coach from Kinetic Ninja Warrior. She coaches Team KNW with over 30 ninjas ranging from 6 to 50 years old. So you know she has the skills, she has the ability. Countdown down, let's go Paula. So looking very solid. Controlling that swivel. Getting right down low. This is a bit of a different technique. There you go, she's back up again. Lined up well, just really analyzing it. Breaking out the swimmer. There it is, driving her weight down onto that one side, causing it to swivel in that direction. Problem, as soon as you take your weight off there, it swivels back. It's very frustrating. She goes, maybe gonna go for a counter spin dismount. Still fighting hard. She's been fighting, getting her weight back on top, taking her weight out of her feet. Keeping those feet up though at all times, resting back up on top again. This can be torturous when you're out there. It can be frustrating, but you just got to do like Paula's doing and smile your way through it and fight on. She's getting ready, and she's going for that second, and it just didn't happen for Paula today. Great job. Next we got Ryan Hespenhyde. Ryan is another ninja that I've seen in action. He is very skilled. He's out of Grips Ninja in Michigan. He owns Grips Ninja in Michigan. I've competed against Ryan myself at Zacata in Hamilton, Ontario, and I know he won. He took first place in that competition, and he looked incredibly smooth doing it. Ryan's getting his countdown. Looking good and fast and smooth. Right to the third, and there it is. A slip of the foot. Another talented ninja bit by the swivel steps. Next we got Joseph Malaro. And Joe's out of Pennsylvania. And Gravity Forge. He is the bee ninja. Why is he the bee ninja? Because he lives on a farm, owns a ninja barn, 50 obstacles. That can be such an advantage when you have the facility that you can hang your own obstacles, build your own courses. Let's see if it's helped him out. He's on to the first one. Ooh, he had a little slip of the foot, but he managed to save it. Now, just going straight for the reach with the foot. Nice job. Great job, Joseph. Pulling around, lining up the third one. A little tentative. He's going to have to switch techniques. That same technique he used from 1 to 2 will not work from 2 to 3. Very innovative, very innovative. Going for that leap. Excellently done. One more for the dismount. You can see him really working this out. Lining it up, keeping his eyes on the prize. Going for it, but yeah, she swiveled away. Tough break for Joe. Great run. Time for Andre Kuzik. And Andre's out of Jersey from VertiQuest. Look at him. He's working out the steps in his head. And it helps, especially in the starting line, to plan your route. He enjoys surfing and snowboarding, so you know he's going to have some good balance, good body control. Countdown's on, and he's off. And there it is. Step one bit him, and feeling the pain of defeat. Now we have another lab rat, Shannon Peugeot-Larry. Hope I did that right for you, Shannon. She's out of Columbus, Ohio. She is the Happy Ninja. She's an avid rock climber and a hunter at Moosestone Beach. Rock hunting, oof, big difference there. She's receiving her instructions. The countdown's on. Looking very light and agile. I think maybe she thought she was out when she wasn't. Tough break, Shannon.
I got 3 of them. My last one's about to go to college. Yep, she graduates this year.
We're on to
This is about to graduate.
Mark Schreim.
He's actually coming into the
Mark's out of Jersey.
he's
Trains at Action Athletics Center Court. He is the ninja surgeon. Mark works as a cancer surgeon on a hospital ship in West Africa. All right, how can you not root for a guy who does that? Oh, he had a good save there. He has got a lean going. Excellent. Now he's looking a little smooth. Just hanging on. He is making our officials work because he's coming close everywhere. It looks like he's really working hard to try to figure out how to get this around. And down he goes. Tough break. Next we got Matthew Gardo.
Yep. Yep.
That's out of Pennsylvania. Stroudsburg. Trains at Freedom Gymnastic. Well, he's the owner of Freedom Gymnastic and Obstacle. He is the Pocono Ninja. Been on A&W. He was an A&W Season 9 competitor in Cleveland. So this is not his first rodeo by any means.
I constantly am telling people my kids are absolutely amazing in spite of me.
Here he goes. Countdown's on, and the Pocono Ninja is eyeing it up. Ooh, good save on the first one. Looking very solid on the second. Ooh, bit of a leap, but he maintains it on the third step. Going right to the fourth, he's good. Let's see a clean dismount from the Pocono Ninja. Lining it up, slowing it down, breaking out the swimmer technique. And a beautiful dismount. Ropes lined up, looks like he's going for the big swing. It is actually possible to go this in one swing, but it looks more like he's going to go to 4 first. Maybe not enough backswing. Oh, proving me wrong, using that core strength. Onto the monstrous swing. Can the Pocono Ninja conquer this sucker? This thing has been a bane in our existence today. Oh, when he slips off. Great run by Matthew Gardo. Up next, a lady who needs no introduction, Darya Beard. I'm sure anyone listening to this already knows who she is. She trains at Ultimate Obstacles.
I don't think anybody's completed it yet. Somebody in the pro division?
And her favorite form of ninja training is being a super duper pooper scooper at her horse farm. And I think to no one's surprise, her ninja hero is Alyssa Beard. I wonder why. Darya's focused. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain that Darya had the most points in the female masters division this year. She competed all over the place and competed well. A little issue with her wristband.
To me, that's not the way this should have been.
She's getting crazy receiving her instructions. And the official's counting her down. Come on, Darya. Let's have a great run. Onto that first, looking very solid in her foot placement. Cruising through those steps. Look at her go, look at her go. What a dismount, fantastic. Maybe the best run through the swivel steps we've seen today. 136 left. Bringing over that first rope. Just gonna go out, try to release the second one. She's gonna try to get some good backswing. She needs to get those feet untangled. There we go. She's looking good and lined up now. Nice swing, reaches for the fourth, well done. Transfer her feet to that one. And again, backswing and go now. Really leaving herself a lot. Look at that core strength there, look at that. You got core strength like that, you can make up for some mistakes. Now she's eyeing up Monstro. Really focusing, making sure her hands are dry, and there she goes. She couldn't quite hold the grip. Those, again, I can't say it enough, those nunchucks are slippery. What's that? Yeah, last one. Terry Smith, I think is her name. Yeah, pretty sure. Next up, this is our last competitor. They're fixing up the course. This is Terry Smith. While they're setting the course, just a shout out to Ninja Babes, ninjababes.com. Ninja Babes aims to unify female Ninja Warrior athletes to build strong community support and camaraderie, to provide a safe place for women to build their self-confidence through mental and emotional practices without fear or judgment or exclusion, to provide an outlet for Ninja Warrior men to show their support for the Ninja Warrior women through equality, respect, and empowerment, to provide training groups for women that challenge, motivate, strengthen both their physical and mental capabilities, to empower girls and women to challenge themselves to do physical and mental feats that they previously deemed impossible, and to squash out fear that would have previously held them back. Ninja Babe's doing great work, and so happy to have them on board. And Terry's getting ready. She's getting her countdown now. Let's finish on a high note, Terry. Excellent job onto the first. Could have swung back around, but it was right to that second. Excellent. Looks primed to hit the third. Holds on. Let's see if she can line that up and get to that fourth step. Excellent job. And now for the dismount. Let's get that dismount. Oh, and she dragged that foot. Tough break, Terry. I thought she had it. She was looking fantastic. That's it, isn't it? And that is the last run of our Masters Waves 2. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And thanks all the volunteers and everybody who helped out. And congratulations to every athlete who went out there. Straight up this course 8, it's alive. But everybody put their best out there and is a champion in their own right. Thank you all very much, and keep watching for later live stream today.